The 4.3-liter V6 engines in these vans are nearly bulletproof. There is a reason they have been in production from 1985 in Chevrolet and GMC CK trucks all the way to 2014, placed in the Silverado and the GMC Sierra. With routine maintenance, these engines can last close to 400,000 miles. Although the Astro and Safari are built from a tried and true drivetrain, there are still issues that may arise in both the all-wheel drive model and the two-wheel drive model. I'll be going over the main issues that may arise to better educate you about your purchase or your ride and hopefully save you from some headache on trying to figure out these issues. Let's get started. The door lock actuators fell, which is typical. When I got my Astro van, I had to replace all 4 actuators. I would not recommend getting the cheapest one on Amazon, but get a name brand actuator. Trust me, I'll have a link down below. The rear AC can prematurely fail due to a leak in the rear AC lines. What most people do is remove the entire unit, plug the lines, then recharge the system and cover the hole in the floor. I'll be plugging my AC lines in a few weeks. Or you could trace the leak and fix it. Most likely it's a seal between the lines and the unit itself. The rear brake lights are not working, specifically in the 2002 model, but others as well. If the hazards are also malfunctioning, then it's most likely due to a short, and replacing the multi-function lever will fix that issue. You will need a reverse Turk's head socket set for this job, so be prepared with the correct tools. High mileage all-wheel drive models can develop a severe pull to one side during braking. Most likely it's due to a broken ball joint or control arm, so check those. No start due to a failed fuel pump. If the fuel filter isn't routinely placed, then expect the fuel pump to go out. I have a video you can check out on creating an access door to the fuel pump, or you could lower the tank and replace the fuel pump. Be sure to replace the filter as well. Worn engine mounts in the all-wheel drive model causing damage to the oil pan. These are hard to replace in the all-wheel drive vehicles, so patience and research is virtue. In the north, it is common for the brake lines to rust out, so keep an eye on that. You can purchase a set of new brake lines to replace them. Cracking on the driver and passenger armrest. You can get an armrest cover to fix this issue, which is simply glued on, but it does look factory. The easy task of replacing spark plugs is actually hard in these vans due to the placement of the engine. You will need special tools and extensions to get them all. But after doing it, you will learn a proper technique and it will become easy. Pancake distributor disease. Yes, you heard that right. Usually shows a P03000 code, or no code at all. It's basically a random misfire in the engine that's directly correlated to the distributor's gear being made of stock materials. If left untreated, you can potentially clog up your catalytic converter due to the unburnt fuel and cause your ignition coils to fail. I have a link to a distributor that won't fail down below. Replacing the transmission fluid can be proven to be somewhat difficult and should be done routinely, about every 30,000 miles and 15,000 miles if you tow stuff. You will have to remove the entire oil pan and tip it one way to remove most of the fluid. Then you can undo all the bolts and lower it. Also, you should change out the filter, which can also be difficult due to the gasket. I'll have a video on this process soon and I'll post it in the description down below. You can actually buy an oil pan with a drain bolt if you would like to make your job easier in the future. Also, a link down below. Leaking door from the rear Dutch door. Now, there aren't many true solutions besides upgrading the weather seals around the door, or be like this dude and add a piece of metal to stop the rain from entering. Don't do that, it was a joke. Finally, the power steering pump likes to fail and it's actually not very hard to replace. Overall, the Chevrolet Astro is a very reliable vehicle. Tackle the common faults right away and you won't have many issues. I'm actually building one into a budget-friendly camper van, which is why I already have videos on the van, so check them out if you're interested. If you're in the market for a cargo van or just a reliable daily driver that can meet almost all your needs, even with decent gas mileage, this is definitely the way to go in my opinion. If I missed an issue, let me know in the comments. I am human and we all miss things. If you enjoyed and learned something, smash the like button and subscribe. This is Chris AutoMotivate. Always respect and appreciate one another. I'll see you next time.